Well, welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gents. I've been really slacking on this just because, life got its own things going on, work and relationships and love and school and all that bullshit. But, I've just been slacking on my channel, and I went and I checked out, just how many views I actually have on my videos. And dude, that's a lot to me. Because I'm wondering who the hell's going out and clicking on this shit. But they're going up. I have 22 on my first one. 14 on a recent one that I did. On my last video. Or the one before that. And yeah, it's amazing. I'm just surprised anybody's clicking on it. And there's 14 on another one as well. And I know that's nobody that I know. And that's the most bizarre part to me. Is because I don't know anybody else that I told about this. I have only told maybe 6 people in total. And I know half of them aren't taking the time to go watch it. And there's 22, 14 something views on some of these videos. And I know that's not a crazy amount, but that's people. And that's people that I don't know. And I didn't tell about this. They went and found that themselves. And I don't know if they watched the whole thing. I wish I could find that out. But it's amazing. But the point of this is exactly why I decided to click and start recording right now. Is I was just looking at those views, and I saw a post on Instagram one time basically saying that people, it didn't say all this, but basically that people talk about lacking motivation and not being able to get up and go do stuff. But this post represented just how after you take action and after you decide to get up and do something, the motivation starts to build. It builds with the momentum that you create. And then you feel the motivation. And that's very true. Now, I've had all sorts of different reasons of motivation to get me started on this, but those few views, it just gets me so happy to keep going. It makes it just feel so worth it that at least 20-something people listened to this video and heard it and heard what I had to say. And maybe they watched the whole thing, maybe they didn't, but either way, they clicked on it, they heard it. I pray they listened to the whole thing, and I hope they cared about it, and I hope they could relate to it, and I hope they felt better. And that makes me want to cry, man. That shit's amazing. That is amazing to me. And so this goes to show I'm not always this motivated to do this. I'm not always so excited and happy. And I should be every time because this is wonderful. It's very therapeutic. But it's just not always what I do immediately. And I should. It's quite easy too. It's not like I'm getting up, straining my body, working out or just something horrible. I just get to sit here and talk. It is easy. And so, but some days, just your mind tricks yourself thinking you don't want to do shit, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not always this motivated to do it. But seeing those views on there, and just knowing that somebody came around to watch it, and that maybe they'll come around again, I want to give them something to come around to. I want to give y'all this shit. If you watched my videos before, please leave a comment on this and just say, word. I don't give a fuck what you say. Just, show me that you're here, bro. That's cool. That's awesome. But, yeah, the point is that you continue to gain extra motivation whenever you start to do something. And as you see the results, and maybe they're not always fantastic. I've done this for, and not super consistently, but a few months, and I only have, 20-something views. But I'm fucking psyched. That time flew the fuck by, I need to work fucking harder. This shit's worth it. People are coming and watching. But see, right now, as you start to realize that shit like this is it's cool. And once you see some progress, it motivates you to get your ass up and keep doing more. I know that sounded like bossy. I sound like that a lot. It's more just like intensive motivation. But, dudes, it's so awesome. And so I want this video to encourage anybody who listens to get up and do what the fuck you want to do. Whether if you're not good at it, then you better start doing it more. Because if you want to do it, who the fuck is stopping you? And then I understand that it takes time to find the motivation, man. I tried to play guitar, and I have not gotten fucking anywhere on that shit yet. But I want to, so I will. But now the guitar is not as important to me as this is. So that's why I'm out here preaching it to y'all and not out here shredding my guitar. But if it's important to you and you care about it and you want it, just start doing it. And there may be bumps in the road and times where you don't feel motivated, but there's going to be times where you feel fucking ecstatic, where you feel like, rah! Sorry. But you just feel fucking awesome. And you just feel ready to go. And ready to get this shit going. Ready to keep trying. Ready to keep putting in work towards it. Because it's what fuels you. This motivation and that feel-good feeling of your work getting recognized. Just knowing that it's working. And that your work isn't for nothing. No, just knowing that you're moving forward a little bit. Even just a little bit. It's fucking awesome. It's so awesome. And dude, all I want for this is just for everyone to hear it. And I'm sorry, I blanked. I started thinking about too much too fast. But and just to enjoy it. For people to come here and find a place to be happy. That's all I want for this. And, you know, of course, if I can make money out of it, that's awesome too, because, man, I got mouths to feed. I mean, I don't have a child or anything, so I guess I don't have mouths to feed. But I got my own, and I have dreams, and I want people to take care of. And so, you know, you need some fucking money for that shit. But, so why not? We're getting distracted. But it's just a beautiful thing we got going here, guys and gals, and I feel mean about talking about money, but it's true. I want to be able to make money off of this. I want it because otherwise, I won't be able to do this as much. If I were able to make money off of this, I could prioritize this over so many things. And then I could just create it to be the most wonderful place it could be. But I do feel bad about talking about money, because I don't want that to be what the grand scheme of this is. But so I'm excited that people came here just to listen. And I encourage everyone else to go out and just go do what you want to do. Man, it feels so darn tootin' good. And I don't think enough people hear that thing. I saw another thing, and I haven't really done my research on it, so I don't know if this is a real thing or not, or if this is what it's called. But a guy on just a video I saw was talking about something called behavioral action, behavioral, behavioral action though. But basically stating that, oh my gosh. I just watched my dog take a piss. Well, there was that nonsense. But anyway, there was a guy talking about behavioral action. If you say it fast, it's fine. And so, but basically what he was saying is it's whenever your body is acting and thinking that you don't want to do something, maybe just because your little shell here, your body is used to just sitting down. Not used to it, but it's just gotten comfortable with it just for the moment, It's just gotten nice and situated. It doesn't want to move. Your brain's telling you don't want to move. And you just don't realize that that the process that you're trying to motivate yourself to do, you enjoy. And so what happens is whenever you start doing it, you start to remember, and it comes back, and you're your brain just starts to remember that, I like doing this activity. It makes me feel good. But it doesn't think about that, or at least weigh it in as much as it does make you feel good whenever considering whether you should do it or not, like a workout or something. And so that behavioral action is it's based off the action. I don't know why I'm trying to sound like I fucking really know what I'm talking about here, but basically he was saying is by doing it, you realize that you enjoy it, and that just by go ahead and getting it started and not worrying about what you really want to do right now, just by going ahead and doing it, you start to realize that you really enjoy this, even if it doesn't sound like the most pleasant thing, because maybe the word workout or exercise has just carried this negative context. That's what I think fucking sports do to you, bro, because fucking they're assholes out there. I mean, they have all, like, I mean, no, they don't have all right to be. It's mainly football coaches. Like, wrestling coaches, they're pretty fucking cool. They just tell you to, like, get over your shit, and then they're nice to you. But football coaches are fucking cockheads, bro. And I don't know, I don't think all of them are. I'm not saying all football coaches, but I'm just saying football coaches kind of suck a dick. Anyway, fucking yeah, I think that just because of shit like that, and like, let's say your football coach like runs the shit out of y'all, and you hear the word practice, and you're like, I don't want to go do that, and then you get tired of it, and so the workout just carries a very negative context, but people don't realize how like stress relieving it is whenever you're not trying to fucking train with some coach shoving loud words and discipline down your throat. But discipline is very important. But and that will teach you discipline, that's for sure, as long as you keep showing up. That's the fact that matters. If you don't keep showing up, then that discipline was never applied. That I feel like that applies to me. God damn, I'm a piece of shit. Don't talk about yourselves badly like that. But admit whenever you're wrong. I'm wrong for not showing up for my wrestling practices and football practices some of the time and all this. And, well, I showed up for most practices, but for quitting. Because I just didn't want to do it anymore. That was some lazy bullshit. And I wish I kept wrestling because the motherfuckers fuck shit up. But I want to hop into MMA. I just really got to start doing that. But that's the whole theme. You just have to start doing it. You have to build it into your routine so that your body it isn't like... Most people pretend that they can't do shit because they don't have time. But that's only because they haven't worked it into their schedule. They haven't figured out how to have time for it. And they don't want to figure out. They want to keep using the excuse that they don't have time for it. They got to do this, that, this. And then they have to sit down for the rest of the day. And then they got to do that every day. But you got 30 minutes. You got 25. You got 15. You got an hour. You got 2 hours. You got time. Wake up earlier. Go to bed a little later. Make sure you're getting your right amount of sleep. But you can fit it in, man. All you got to do is find the time for it. And create the time for it. And then put it on your schedule. And then make it something that is always there. See, people might be like, oh, I can't do jiu-jitsu because I'm at work every day. And, you know, sometimes, yes. Because sometimes jobs be killing you with how much you work. But not most of the time. Like, a very lot of the time, but not most of the time. Most of the time, you have fucking time. Dogs are barking. Hold on. They're probably going to keep barking, so I apologize. Fuck, I forgot. 1 second. Okay, I remember. Only because I went back and listened. But, yeah. Usually, you have some time to work it in. And once you create a scheduled routine, then you don't have to worry about the struggle of finding or creating time for it. Because let's say, like my example before, you're like, oh, I don't have time for jiu-jitsu because I work all the time. But how about once you create that as your routine and you implement it in there, and then it's the matter of, oh, I don't have time to work because I have jiu-jitsu this time. And I know not everyone would have that luxury because they need to fucking work because they need money, and that's how it is a lot of the time. But still, once it's already a part of your routine and once it's implemented in there, you start building shit around that rather than building your jujitsu around your work. And that's just an example using jujitsu. It could be whatever you want, but whatever type of working out, art, fucking skateboarding, whatever your little hobby is, whenever you have scheduled or just set away time and routine time that you have set aside for some kind of activity you want, whenever you already have that implemented in your life, it's easier to build everything else around that rather than continuing to try to squeeze new things that you've neglected and then squeeze it all into your busy work schedule you created. Make some time, get it routine, get it scheduled, and I understand circumstances vary a lot, and maybe you can't, maybe you work a lot, and I understand that. I mean, it's harder than it sounds, but once you get that shit scheduled and once it's just like your rite of passage to fucking do that every time and every chance you get, once you understand that's what you do whenever you can, things like sitting around or just anything else isn't appetizing whenever you have that free time because you already have it scheduled. That free time is already devoted, so you know what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. It becomes a lot easier to get it done. So go ahead and just start doing what you want to do. It'll create motivation. It'll create a little snowball effect and push you forward more and more. As you take action, you will gain motivation. And then as you keep getting motivation to continue what you're doing, it'll create some drive to build a life around it and to build time around it and create a time to do it. But dude, just always just put your fucking best foot forward and give it a try and keep trying and keep going and keep taking action even when you don't feel like it. Because that shit will push you forward and then that shit will motivate you. That shit will make you feel good. You truly motivated. Truly motivated. That's the complete opposite of depression to me. That's why it's such a beautiful thing and a beautiful feeling to have about my podcast that I want. That's why I think it's so amazing, because I feel like motivation is the complete opposite of depression. Because whenever you're depressed, you don't want to do anything. You lack the motivation to do anything, and that's what creates a deeper, darker depression. But with that motivation, with that true feeling of, fuck, I want to do this, with that fire burning in you, that passion, when that's really there, that depression is gone. And you gain that fiery passion of motivation through taking action. Like, man, I've dealt with some major depressions. And I'm sure so many people have had it worse. But, man, I've taken my fair share. And I'm sure I'll take more. But all I'm saying is, I've dealt with a depression. I've dealt with times where you don't feel like you can do anything. You don't have a reason. You don't know why you're doing it. But whenever you do it and you see all the reasons why you're doing it as you're doing it, you feel better. And then it makes you want to do it again. And again and again. And then you keep feeling that motivation and you just feel so fucking good. So I encourage everybody, get up, find the time to do the shit that you want to do, realize how much fun, take a step back and really take a conscious, fucking regrouping and understand how much you are enjoying it. Whenever you go to work out, paint, any of this shit, step back and really take in how much your body and how much your mind is really enjoying this right now. And appreciate it. And understand that you need to do it more. And understand that you need to force yourself more. And so with that, you'll understand that whenever you feel like you're lacking the motivation to do something, it's because you haven't taken the action. So force yourself to. Sorry. But force yourself to, and you'll enjoy yourself. I love all you motherfuckers so fucking much. Y'all have a good time, a great day. Y'all get up, y'all do some shit that you want to do. I'm going to get a workout a little bit later, but I was so excited to do this whenever I realized I got like 20-something views. People like seeing it, somewhat, a few, maybe, I don't know. But man, I got the videos, I got the time, I got the motivation, motherfucker. So here I am. If you want to hear me, tune in anytime you like. I know I get real crazy over this and real excited, and I probably sound almost fucking stupid, but I don't really give a goddamn. I'm sorry for saying that. That's just been ingrained in me not to say the GD. But, man, I love this. And I love y'all. And I want y'all to go do something y'all love. And realize how much you love it. Peace out, y'all. Have a beautiful day. I'll see y'all again soon.